Welcome back. We're finishing up our first show back after Christmas. Coach Chad Bezak, the Tipton Tiger girls basketball team. Coach, we welcome in North Cedar last Tuesday. Rival game, a close game. Ended up very close toward the end. We came out on the short end of a 7-point loss. North Cedar is one of those teams, that they have some upperclassmen who here or there maybe underperform or not consistent. And, they kind of put some things together. They had a lot more scores than they normally do in a game. They had 10 points out of Allison Malaby, 9 points out of Peyton Bungie, and they came out and started hauling up 3-pointers right at the beginning of the game.
That they were a team that I hadn't had an opportunity to see, and I certainly saw that they were winning some ball games and stuff, and they're probably, if you classify it, they're doing just enough to keep themselves in ball games and doing just enough to win some of those ball games. And on that night we had a great crowd and great atmosphere in our gym, and it was a ball game all the way throughout. There wasn't I don't think the ball game was any more than what the game ended up being at 7 points. And we certainly had our opportunities, and once again we didn't necessarily have the greatest shooting night, and I think we didn't get to the free throw line nearly the amount of, maybe I don't remember how many times we got to the free throw line, but we didn't make the number of free throws that we certainly needed to in that game to give ourselves that opportunity to win. So North Cedar did a nice job, and like you said, North Cedar teams of the past, you don't play in the past, you play in the present, and they've certainly done a nice job of continuing to get better and keeping themselves in ball games.
Kara Graver, 9 points. Becky Gert, 8 points. Carson Grage, 6 in that game to lead us. So follow that up last Friday. West Liberty comes in, might have the best conference post play in the conference with Feldman. I know she's getting up to a milestone of 1,000 points, 800 rebounds. Didn't get either one against us, but they did walk away with a 4-point win. It's kind of tough to swallow sometimes. West Liberty, you would like to think we'd have that advantage. Feldman had 17 of those 40 points, so just a tough loss.
Yeah, that was another situation where the first time we played them, we did not play very well at all against them. And this was a situation where, being on our home court, we certainly wanted to come out in front of our home fans and play well. And we did. We scored the first 6 points, 7 points of the ball game, and then kind of bogged down a little bit and couldn't hit a shot where, if we could have extended that lead a little bit. But the Feldman girl, she got her average 17 points, and the Kelly girl, who really hurt us last time, we were able to hold her in check a little bit more. But once again, when you're only giving up that many points, 37 points, you certainly feel you have an opportunity to win, and it kind of goes back to us in our shooting, that we just have to make a few shots. We didn't get to the free throw line again. I don't think a ton in that game, but the opportunities that we had could have won us, I think, the ball game at the free throw line. So defensively, once again, we played really well as a team, and we just have to continue to grow as a team and continue to work for those good open looks that we've been getting. We just have to find a way to knock those down and turn some of these close losses when we're only giving up 37 and 40 and 41, 43 points, because that's awfully good, awfully good, and our girls should certainly be proud of their defensive efforts, and that hopefully will help us down the stretch here, and when we get into tournament time, if we continue to play defense like that, hopefully we can rectify the offensive part of it.
We were off Tuesday, our bye, last extended stretch of the season. Now we start the final 8, the final quarter almost of the season. Tomorrow night, Mid Prairie comes here. Mid Prairie big win over Regina by 10
Yeah.
points to kind of stay in that three-team race with West
Yeah.
Branch and Regina. However, they don't score a lot of points either.
Right.
They seem to be content with getting in your face, being a pain in the
Oh, yeah.
you know what, and
Yeah.
just kind of making you get out of what you want to do. Steals is a high statistic. Rebounds is a high statistic for them. What are we going to face when they come in tomorrow?
Well, they certainly have some really nice players, and these girls have been playing for 4 years now. The Swartz-Druber girl, the McArthur girl, and stuff are girls that you certainly have to be aware of. But you're exactly right. They're winning because of their defense. They played Mediapolis in the challenge game here a week ago and beat them by 7. Which they're a high-ranked team with a really, really nice team back from last year, and so they're playing really good basketball right now. As you mentioned, played Regina and beat Regina by 12 or whatnot it was, but it's defense that's winning them. They put pressure. They're going to get up in your face, and that's one of the things that we've had these 4 days of practice that we've certainly been practicing. Playing 3 against 5 defensive players against 3 offensive players. We've been doing things to try to prepare the girls for that type of game, and we've certainly been talking to them about slowing down, being ready to help each other, and those types of things. And hopefully our defense can limit them a little bit, and hopefully we have enough of a good enough offensive game plan to get us some shots that we want that will hopefully be we can give them a good game. They're ranked really high in 3A. I think they're in the top 5 in 3A, and they're a nice team. And Coach Mark Pennington does an awfully good job of coaching those girls, and they know what they expect and they play their roles. So we have a tough stretch here. We go Mid Prairie, Northeast Goose Lake out of the Big East Conference is certainly a really nice team. Now they lost a close one to Preston on Tuesday night, and then we come back with Regina at home. And so. We certainly have our work cut out for us for these next 3 games, but I have a lot of belief in my girls, and I believe that they'll step up to the challenge and represent our school and program in the manner that it needs to be.
Well, as a fan, you can't ask for more Mid Prairie Regina coming in. There's no reason that we shouldn't have a packed house.
That's exactly right. Our fans, at the Coaches versus Cancer game against West Liberty were tremendous. Our fans, have just been great. It's really the crowd support has been tremendous this year with our new Tank the Tiger mascot coming in. The kids have with their dance. The ladies here at Tipton, Sheila and Dawn Seek and the other ladies that have helped organize that have done a tremendous job, and so certainly see the spirit, school spirit, team spirit, all doing very well, and so it's good to see the fans out there. It certainly is.
Well, we'll catch up with you next week and talk about some wins.
All right.
Shocked the world this week. So,
there we go. Sounds good.
For head coach Chad Rizak, my name's Ryan Stonebreaker. Until next week, we'll see you at the game.